Hey guys, the Blake 7 collection should be coming soon. It has been released. Mine, as I'm recording this, is on its way. And I want to know, are you picking it up? Are you a Blake 7 fan? There's definitely a lot of bleed over between classic Doctor Who and Blake 7, with a lot of people involved with one also involved with the other. So I'm curious if you watch it as well, if you already have the DVD collection and you're good with that, or if you will be picking up the new Blu-ray collection set. I am excited about it. Now, until recently, I only had vague memories of Blake 7. I've done videos about that where I watched it a little bit back in the 80s when I was little, but they were just fleeting memories. I've always been aware of Blake 7. I knew what it was. Um, but that was basically about it. Of course, I have been watching it lately. I've watched the first 7 episodes. I think the next one I'm supposed to watch is called The Duel, which sounds interesting. I'm just at this point waiting on the box set to get here. Whether I'll watch it with the original effects or updated effects, I haven't made up my mind yet. But I'm really excited about it. I'm liking the show thus far. I really like the cast. Paul Darrow is great. Gareth Thomas is great. The rest of the cast are good, even though they don't get as fleshed out as I'd like. I'd like to get more time with them. I did like the fact that the kind of brunette with the curly hair, she had a little bit more screen time the last episode. I like that, and I really like the dynamic between Blake and Avon. They're very different in how their personalities clash, but they have a grudging respect for each other and how they each call each other friends. With Avon even saving Blake's life in one episode, and how he talks later about I did it completely on instinct. And with these last couple episodes, I really like that we finally have Jacqueline Pierce in. Of course, I know her from Doctor Who, so it's nice to have her in here. I always hear Severlin is such a good character, so I'm looking forward to that. And I've also met Travis. Is that the name of the character with the eye patch? I'm liking him, even though I've only really seen him, I think, in this one episode, but I like him. I'm sure I'll see more of him. But I am thoroughly enjoying the show so far. I've really liked it. It does have that classic Doctor Who feel to it. If you know what I mean, and I'm very much enjoying that. I'm looking forward to the box set coming in. My question to you is, do you want me continue doing the full reactions to them, or would you rather me just do reviews? Now the reactions, of course, are Patreon exclusive. I think Patreon and YouTube member exclusive, maybe, or just Patreon exclusive. I forget exactly. Basically, Patreon or Patreon YouTube member exclusives. The problem with those is, one, it's easier for me to watch those off something like Daily Mirror, where I can use that footage. I watched like the first, if you remember the reaction videos, the first two or three were done at the old apartment, the Echo Chamber, and I was able to watch the DVDs because they do have the DVD box set. I think it's just out of camera range. That Fly Attractor sent me. I watched that for the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then I switched to the picture-in-picture thing I've been doing, where I just use the Daily Mirror, which doesn't have the best fidelity. I mean, it's perfectly watchable, but not the best fidelity. It's easier for me to edit that way than if I film myself watching the TV, which I could do, but it's much more tricky. And then it would take even longer to get these out. So I could do those if you want the reactions. And again, I don't edit those down, so they're 50-minute reactions with picture in picture. I could still do those if you prefer those. These will come out at a much more snail's pace. 5, 6, and 7 actually came out pretty close together. I was quite proud of that. But it's just hard for me to get those out. And then I wouldn't be able to watch it in that Blu-ray quality because I would be having to probably watch the Daily Mirror versions because it's just so much easier to edit with. I could try it the other way, but it'd be just such a headache. Or I could just do reviews and give you guys the early access to the reviews. Um, and that would be definitely easier. These would come out at a much quicker pace if you prefer that. That's something I'm going to leave up to you guys down in the comments. You can tell me which one you want. Do you want me to continue doing the reactions so you get, again, of course, part of the benefits of being a patron is that you guys do get to vote on stuff like this. If you want the reactions, I will certainly continue to do them. These will, again, the reviews will come out at a slower pace. Um, and they're just full reactions, so I don't have to do a lot of heavy editing. It just means I have to watch it on something like Daily Mirror instead of watching it on Blu-ray. Or I guess I could film myself watching the Blu-ray and just use the Daily Mirror version for reference in the picture-in-picture while specifying I'm watching the Blu-ray. That'd still be a little trickier to edit. Or if you want the Blake 7 reviews to come quicker, which would also enable me to move on to Red Dwarf, because I do have a Red Dwarf set, Unknown 289, I think it was, sent me, but I'm trying to get through Blake 7 before I start it. I could get through Blake 7 quicker, and I could start on Red Dwarf. So I'm going to leave that up to you guys, which one you want for that. Comment down below and let me know. I'm definitely enjoying the show, though. Blake 7 is a lot of fun. I want to know what you think of it, how it relates to Doctor Who for you. I mean, do you feel like, well, Classic Who is better than Blake 7, but Blake 7 is better than Modern Who? So comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this Blake 7 Blu-ray collection. And as always, thank you for your continued support.